There were so many reasons why I didn't want there to be a God, because I did not want to be held accountable.
Millions read Lee Strobel's The Case for Christ. The best-selling book is now a movie.
I've spent my entire career as a journalist uncovering the truth, until the day my wife presented me with the biggest story of my life.
I'm not gonna lose my wife and my kids to something that I can't even reason with.
And what happened next changed me forever.
To see your life put on a screen, not just random things from your life, but those emotional moments of the good, the bad, and the ugly. The conflict that we had after Leslie became a Christian, I was still an atheist, the arguments. To see that relived is difficult for us to watch.
There's a scene where Lee has this big argument with his dad, and that happened on the eve of graduation for him. And when that argument was over, he came over to my house. So I heard all about it. But this is the first time I actually observed it.
How can we even talk about historical evidence for the resurrection?
The Gospels are filled with contradictions.
The empty tomb is based on evidence.
Lee and Leslie Strobel's real life unfolded in the Windy City, Chicago. But production of the film, The Case for Christ, happened here in the Atlanta area, what's often called the Hollywood of the South.
The camera's going to move to the end of the shot.
Our cameras were the only allowed on set, a recreation of the Chicago Tribune newsroom, where Lee, an investigative reporter, began putting faith on trial.
So you want your wife back? Well, hey, guess what? People in hell want ice water. Not everybody gets everything they want. Stop blaming me and the church and God and do your job. Stack up the evidence, follow the facts, and write the story, win or lose.
Actor Mike Vogel plays the role of Lee. He chatted with us between takes and still in his 1970s and 80s wardrobe.
This is me doing Lee Strobel and my best Ron Burgundy. You know, it's been fun. It's been really, and it's great as an actor whenever you get to do a transformation like this, because it really helps throw you into the part.
Lee's transformational story really begins the day his wife falls in love with another man, Jesus.
Cough, baby. Cough, baby. She's coughing. She's fine. She's okay. Just breathe.
So much. Thank you.
I don't know how to thank you.
Come here.
Thank you so much. You thank me. I'm a nurse at Mercy Hospital. She's gonna be fine now. We're so lucky. Well, it's not luck. It's Jesus. My husband and I were on our way to another restaurant tonight. Someone told me I need to be here.
Leslie became a Christian, and Lee thought his world was ending. She dropped a bomb on him, right? He's this very much radical atheist who had no love for the church, no love for Christianity at all. And his wife comes home and says, I'm a Christian now.
When Leslie told me that she had become a Christian, the first word that went through my mind was divorce. Because I didn't want to be married to a Christian. I was an atheist. I thought that Christianity was based on wishful thinking, on legend, on mythology, on make-believe. And I didn't want her to turn into some holy roller or something that I didn't marry. I married the one Leslie. It wasn't in the deal to change, you know. This was, you know. So I thought, I'm just going to walk out.
But instead of walking out, he launches an investigation.
The crucifixion of Jesus is one of the best attested events in the ancient world. There is no historical evidence of anyone, anywhere, ever surviving a full Roman crucifixion. And, if you will, the final nail in the coffin, at least from the theory, is this. When the soldiers thrust their spear between Jesus' ribs, do you know what came out? Blood and water, which we now know is a description of pericardial effusion as a result of death by asphyxiation. This is not a condition anyone could fake. And so to answer your question, yes, it is my medical opinion that Jesus Christ died on that cross.
But beyond medicine and science, it's the heart of Lee's wife that leads him to the answers he needs. She refused to stop praying until her husband found the God she had.
And it really was the positive changes in her character and values that I found winsome and attractive over time. It used to be, you know, in the previous generations, apologetics was about putting somebody up against a wall and machine gunning them with answers. It doesn't work anymore. It's about a story. It's about a relationship. It's about conversation and dialogue and relating to each other.
The love story that's at the heart of this movie is what really drew me to it. I loved the fact that this was a story that was taking a very honest approach to faith, but that the emotional stakes were embedded in a husband and wife who are separated by her belief and ultimately brought back together as he finds a common belief.
This is a love story that raises the hard questions.
If the resurrection of Jesus didn't happen, it's a house of cards.
Without fear of the answers. Ephraim Graham, CBN News, Atlanta.